People. Que pasa, sakpa, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. Call it news with a buzz. It has become very evident that you can't trust the regular man. You can't trust Popo ex-Popo. Especially when these Popo have pull and these Popo or ex-Popo have some sorts of fishy tendency. What am I speaking about? I am speaking about an incident that occurred in a place called Shekels. Shekels is a district in a four-part which is in Clarendon. Somebody contacted me and said, do me a favor, call up your link in the Popo department and see if they heard about anything about a youth, 30-year-old Leon Hall, that was conned up in the head at some sorts of party. Was not in the news, was not on TV, was not on radio. It seems as if there was some sorts of deliberate cover-up. So I contacted my people. My people told me that, yes, they heard about it. They heard that Mr. Leon, he is a person of interest, a crime producer from Sandy Bay. He has been creating all sorts of havoc in the place, Rete. I said to them, that is not the story I heard. I heard a polar opposite story, that this man is a hard-working person. No sorts of criminal activity on his background. That is what they said. That is what I told them I heard. Don't know this man from Adam or Eve. So me leave it at that. However, based on the information that I am getting from my link, he told me that, listen, this is exactly what happened. Leon Hall, the 30-year-old man that lost his life at the party, he works for a man, a businessman that makes blocks, these fancy blocks. He is a fish, appropriately. Fish makes fancy block. However, I am not straying away from the point. This businessman, Andre, he has a lover that lives overseas. That man's name, Chobe Hill. He was an ex-Popo, ex-district constable that was living overseas. Hill invited the businessman to a party in a Shekels in a Clarendon. The businessman employs Leon Hall. Leon Hall is one of his employees. When the ex-Popo invited the businessman, Andre, to the party, he brought his employee with him. It is said that when the employee, Leon Hall, and Adrian or Andre was at the party, the ex-Popo, Mr. Hill, walked over to them, and when he walked over, the ex-Popo bust some sorts of kiss and some sorts of cool and deadly wine upon the next one, and the employee said, hold on a minute. Which part this come from out of the deep blue sea? People, we are talking about fish, so therefore we should not be surprised. Something right. It was said that that was when some sorts of verbal altercation ensued. During this verbal altercation, the ex-cop, who is also a licensed firearm holder, wheel and pop off and con up Leon Hall in the head. He fell to the ground. When he fell to the ground, the crowd at the party then converged because them say, hold on a minute, me know Leon Hall for be a good man. What kind of mix up him could have inna, so somebody a go take away him life. It is said that when the ex-Popo realized that he was about to get some sorts of Tarzan and Jane justice, him take away himself. Him wheel off him tool, have it in the ear, back up the people them, and then him run, take away himself. People like me say, it is unusual whenever anybody lose their life in Jamaica, and me not hear about it. It is not in the news, it is not on TV, it is not on radio, it is not in the Gleaner, Star, Observer, whoever. It never did it, none at all. Not until I mention, listen, something happened, I contacted the Popo, my link as me say. That item of news is now in the newspaper if you look on your screen. People, you have to ask the question, what sense is the news if it is old? News is new. What happened? You would have thought that somebody from one of those media houses would have heard about something. However, there was a cover-up. Like I told you, there's a body club in Jamaica, meaning the rich and the powerful, meaning the SSL, the ISAs, the Amoys, people like that. And then there is the body club, meaning take it literally. Sword fight club, that means body. Body are rub against body, as cold and disgusting as it sounds. However, people live them life, that is what they like. Now, the people are friends of this youth, Leon Hall, is saying to me, that businessman, Mr. Andre, he needs to come out and say exactly what happened, because obviously he is covering up for his lover. However, when your lover takes away an innocent man, and then between you and your lover and the popo in a Clarendon is trying to frame or cover up this man because they try to paint a picture of Leon Hall as some sorts of crime producer that was brought in the era, and he has been creating all sorts of havoc. People, that is word that the popo had until they change. Them take a 180 degree and they are saying something polar opposite. Based on the information that I've also heard, it is said that Andre, that runs the business, the Black Factory, and Leon Hall works for him, is always telling Mr. Hill that lives overseas, listen, I have a good worker, he assists me. Don't know if Leon in any sorts of fishy business. As far as I know, he is not. However, people like me say, people have them life, people life private. I cannot tell what is happening. However, the fact that he was a hard-working youth, and then he gets framed, and then it seems as if he is or was not going to get any sorts of justice. I just wanted the story to come out, so therefore the popo can re-evaluate, do a better investigation, and realize what is going on. So the real motive in all of this is that it was not that Mr. Leon Hall pulled any sorts of knife on Mr. Hill, the ex-popo. It was the fact that more than likely Andre was always telling Hill, which is his lover that live overseas, about Leon, that he is his assistant. However, it seems as if Mr. Hill had some sorts of suspicion. He felt something in him gill. So therefore he had some sorts of jealous R-A-G-E, and all of it was exposed right in the people and party in the midst of everything. He could not hold it down. He could not control himself. So therefore, in a rage, in pretty much EXPLODED is told on the man, and then try to frame the man, say the man try to take him out. People, if that is not the heights of wickedness, evilness, and corruption, I don't know exactly what else is. However, the good thing is that the truth is finally coming to light. So therefore, at the end of the day, Andre needs to talk up because he was there. Andre was the one that shocked and awed Mr. Leon Hall when he saw them a hug and a bust all sorts of kiss and a do all sorts of cool and deadly wine in the presence of the man. If you are a straight man, you would also be offended, especially in a Jamaica, especially in a crowd. You can actually lose your life. So therefore, the man was just standing up. He was just defending his rights as a straight man. And then you hear the people take with the man because the man argue with them, and then claim that the man draw some sorts of kitchen utensil after him. So therefore, the popo claimed that he was defending his life. Based on the information that I have now gotten, it is said that licensed firearm holder, the ex-Popo district constable that lives overseas. They took his fire piece. Don't know if he's officially charged. However, the case has moved from a SHOOTING to some sorts of homo, you know what me I talk about. Not homo as in GAY, homo as in DEATH. So people, what this shows you is the length that persons would go to cover up their crimes. How people would be willing to throw the person that they seem as least significant, their employee, under the bus for their fishy lover. Because this man was there, he knew exactly what transpired by this man, I mean the businessman Andre. He was there, he saw exactly what transpired. They were in fully display in front of the friend. His co-worker or his worker, his employee. The employee took offense, which he had the right to do so, based on the fact that his life could also be in jeopardy, because he did not want to be associated as any sort of fishy link. The man had a wine, the man a kiss, and the man a do all sorts of fishy thing upon him friend in front of the man in some sorts of party with a whole bunch of people. That is not a recipe for success. That is a recipe to lose your life. However, the length in which they would go to cover it up and frame this youth claims that the man pull out some sorts of tool upon them, and that this man corn up the man in his head in a self-defense because he tried to take away his life. Corn up the man in his head, run away from the scene of the crime, tell a whole bunch of lies to his poor friend, to the investigators. This man was sent to Maypen Hospital because of his situation, transferred to Kingston. However, he lost his battle to survive. Innocent youth gone, just get caught up in some sort of fishy maggie mixture. Point blank and period. So anyways people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like this, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.